Hey guys, it is Balloon Cougar here, and I'm bringing you a battle on Kawabe River. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but Kawabe River. Anyway, Colonel Ping George is leading his troops on the battlefield, and we've got quite a conventional army for him. So we've got one set of elite Armstrong guns, the 1st Artillery. We've got one unit of Toso Riflemen, the 2nd Light Infantry. We've got a unit of Shogatai supporting the Light Infantry, the 1st Swordmasters. We've also got Ping's Volunteers, of course, so the Royal Marines, very elite. We've got a unit of Spear Levy covering the Armstrong guns as well, the 1st Conscripts. We've got 3 units of White Bear Infantry. Where's the other one? There it is. We've got one set of Black Tortoise Force, one unit of Black Bear Infantry, and then we have 2 kind of half units, well exactly half of the Baron's Exiles, so Infantry de Marine, and 65 men in the 4th Guards, the Imperial Guard Infantry. Now my opponent, whose avatar's name is quite long, this right here I do believe, is Tokoyamato Kanava. And he's controlling an interesting little army. So he's got some elite Armstrong guns, he's got some French Marines, some Royal Marines, all elite. Then he has some basic Black Torch Force, some basic Red Bear Infantry. Hidden off in the sides are 4 units of elite Yariki, and he also has 1 unit of elite Yugatai, but I of course do not know this before the battle starts. So as I get this thing underway, I appreciate that it's going to be a little bit longer than my other battles, but it's also going to be a lot more of a nerve biter right at the end. Alright, so here we go. So initially looking at this battlefield, I was just mainly aiming to get control of the archery dojo. Now when I realized he had cannons, I tried to spread out my troops. But here is the first feature straight away, is Yugatai opening up on my Armstrong guns. So I countercharge with my Swordmasters, and also rotate my 2nd Light Infantry around to return fire. Luckily I don't take too many casualties on my Armstrongs, just 6 guys down now. My light infantry are about to return fire. I've killed about 14 men, and my swordmasters are giving chase. Now my swordmasters, or my Shogatai even, I gave them double speed upgrades, so I thought I'd be able to catch these guys. But Yugatai obviously have good stamina and good speed, so I couldn't catch them straight away. Now I'm pushing the rest of my army up, and all I can see so far is this infantry, the cannons. I know there's Yugatai, so I'm a little bit tentative. I don't want to push ahead too much and get completely flanked or something like that. So I'm just kind of pushing up my army, trying to keep most of my infantry close together. And there you see a couple of his Yariki riding across. They're all quite elite, these Yariki. Interesting pink armor. Alright, so my Shogatai are still giving chase, and they're getting tired as hell. I should have pulled them back by now, but I kind of let them keep chasing because, yeah, they were upgraded with speed and I thought they would catch them. My light infantry, meanwhile, are covering the cannons against any further incursions. And Ping's volunteers are taking a battering from the enemy Armstrong guns. Now my plan here was to let his Armstrong guns run out of ammunition, then move up my own Armstrong guns onto the archery dojo and basically dominate this whole area. You'll see what happens though. Here I'm pulling my Shogatai back, so he takes up position in this forest, I do believe, and his cavalry have moved around here. Okay. Now here, Since I saw those cavalry crossing across, I thought my infantry de marine would be clear to head over and engage the Armstrong guns, so I've dispatched them over. Now I'm crossing my Tosu riflemen over into this forest, along with my Shogatai. Ping's volunteers still getting shot to pieces. I'm confident I have the infantry advantage over him, or very confident, but Armstrong guns can deal a significant amount of damage, and hidden cavalry are also extremely dangerous to line infantry at times. A well-timed charge, anyway, can really devastate a battle line. Now his Yugotai have opened up again, but my cannons are opening fire at them, and they take an initial volley from my riflemen and pull back. So I advance into this wood and take it over. My infantry de marine are still trekking around. Ping's volunteers reduced to 59 men now. And the Yugotai are retreating into this wood on the other side. And my infantry de marine get ambushed by another 2 units of elite Yariki. I was really kicking myself when this happened, actually, if I'm honest. Sending off half a unit of infantry de marine, which is such valuable troops, unsupported on their own, and they got completely demolished by all these cavalry. Yeah, that was really stupid. But now I know what the rest of his army composition looks like, so I can see there's another couple of cavalry units. So I detail the Black Tortoise force to watch this flank here by the sort of shallow pond. I'm not sure what it is really. Ping's volunteers still taking cannon fire. I should have really pulled them out of the firing line earlier. And on the hill, we're taking up positions. Let's see. So I make a number of sort of missed calls in this battle, and I'll point them out as we get to them. My cannons now firing on the cavalry on this side. Enemy infantry, meanwhile, has been pretty much sitting tight. I don't want to advance overly soon because of all of these Royal Marines and infantry de marine, which can really shred line infantry, especially if you just advance onto their guns.
I fear your general is in mortal peril,
now I finally pull Ping's volunteers out, because I think I took a shrapnel shot right there, which killed about 18 men or something, and I figured, that's it, that's enough of that. So I've got my light infantry on this hill. I thought this was a really strong position. On this hill, in the woods, safe from cavalry, covered by hidden Tosu riflemen. Excuse me, I still seem to have that cough. I'm bringing up my reserves. Now here, I'm pretty much waiting for him to run out of ammunition with his Armstrongs, actually. Still trying to shoot my Royal Marines, but I've stuck them behind the archery dojo right now, which gives them some form of cover anyway. So up on the hill, I've sent the Shogatai to capture this farmhouse. I just want them to kind of get on the edge of the circle. Now I've left my riflemen out in the front of this forest, so they'll be able to cover against anyone trying to make a move on my Shogatai. And my Shogatai are close enough to support the light infantry if it's required.
An ambush, General! An ambush!
And now the Yugotai reveal themselves. I think they thought they could take a few potshots at the Shogatai, but my light infantry were covering and shred up what's left of them, and they are routing and So I was pretty happy now. I've gotten rid of his Yugatai without really losing anything. And I've also gotten this strong position up here. I've captured this farmhouse as well. But, I think I let it go to my head a little bit. You'll see soon enough. So my cannons are still way in the back. And they're pretty much out of range of everything. They've been trying to take pot shots at the Yugatai, pot shots at the cavalry. So pretty soon, yeah, there we go, I decide to pack them up and take them forwards. I also figure that his Armstrong guns must be almost out of ammunition, so I'm just going to plonk them down on the archery dojo and open fire. Well, that's the plan anyway. Sorry about that. So I send the first conscripts with them as well, of course. The first conscripts are a nice cheap spear unit. I really enjoy using these guys because they're so cheap. I've upgraded them with improved morale, improved speed, and improved bonus versus cavalry. So they're purely there as kind of a cavalry block. And I want them to be able to block up the lines as quickly as possible, obviously. And not break, hopefully, because Spear Levy have a fantastic morale of, I think it's 4 standard, which is ridiculously low. Now his Armstrongs are focusing on my Armstrongs, which is fine since they're limbered up. When you limber up artillery in this game, it seems to become almost invincible. It's pretty ridiculous. Okay, so I'm deploying them up here, sorry. So I deploy them up here so that they're in range a bit sooner. The Royal Marines are pushing up, so I choose to counter with my shorter range line infantry by rushing onto him. But he withdraws immediately and runs back. Meanwhile, a unit of elite Yariki has ridden all the way around my back and is now looking to flank my Armstrongs. But my Spear Levy is still here, just kind of chilling out. Still got my Black Tortoise covering my flank, and I moved Ping's volunteers around this side of the archery dojo to add their fire, because even in a small unit size, these guys are still ridiculously accurate and have good reload. But I realize that they're a bit isolated over here, but they're such a small unit anyway. I probably should have stuck them actually right in the middle of my line instead of right on the flank, because they're such an easy target here. And here come the cavalry on the back. You'll see I order my Spear Levy to attack, and the Spear Levy unit splits into like 3 sections, then gets stuck. Basically my White Bear infantry saved the day here by shooting down a bunch of cavalry, instead of my Spear Levy who are stuck? I'm not sure what happened there anyway. Now up on the hill, I've moved my light infantry down to cover if they try and push. Let's see. So my cannons survived. 9 crewmen are still alive, and I can grab the cannons again. But the horses have run off since they're engaged in melee. I'm not sure why it does this, actually, because there's still men on those horses. Surely they can tell them to come back. But yeah, the horses are gone. There's no way I'm going to be taking these cavalry anymore. So, I mean these cannons, so no way for me to reload them anymore. So that whole plan's ruined. Now here comes the second cavalry charge on my elite marines. My Royal Marines aren't that bad in melee, but since there's only 22 left against 34 charging cavalry, well, I pretty much figured they're goners. They do manage to take a few cavalry with them, if I remember right. Yeah, they took 9 cavalry with them, which I was quite okay with. Now I try and cross over to this side with my Shogatai and my light infantry, and completely forgetting that there are 2 elite Yariki units in the forest, and get flanked massively. Meanwhile, in the main battle, the infantry de marine and Royal Marines are really doing a number on my basic line infantry, and I knew this would happen. I was just kind of relying on a flank from my light infantry, which is not materializing. And here, I thought my Shogatai would be able to win this, but these Yariki are obviously very elite, and managed to beat them down and rout them.
Sir.
So I'm bringing up all my reserves now that the cannons are out of ammo. I'm bringing up my spear levy. I'm just trying to get whatever units I've got left. I need them on the front line right now. We've got to push through. Fortunately, I still have my 4th Guards, the Imperial Guard Infantry. Now, Imperial Guard Infantry are a great unit. Even with a couple of upgrades, well, say you get a couple of upgrades on an Imperial Guard Infantry unit and you stick them both on reload, that gives you a 65 accuracy, 80 reload unit. And it's just 2 upgrades. It's pretty amazing, I think. So now all I've got left is 1 unit of Black Tortoise Force, 1 unit of White Bear Infantry, and the 4th Guards, so the Imperial Guard Infantry, including half of my General's unit. I've also got 89 conscripts. So here, they have set up a stronger defensive line, so I charge my Black Tortoise Force into the closest unit, use my White Bear Infantry to focus the Marines, and then I use my 4th Guards to focus the Infantry, the Marine. And I use my Generals to support and give some morale. So my Black Tortoise quickly charge and break the opposite unit, and then I order them to fire immediately. I've got my conscripts here to guard against the inevitable cavalry charges from all these elite Yariki. Well, they're all over the place. My 4th Guards have broken the infantry de marine. My general has broken from being shot at. I'm charging my conscripts into this unit of Yariki. Trying to cover my Imperial Guard infantry. My Black Tortoise Force are not going to be as lucky. They're being charged right in the back by a unit of Yariki, while they're still trying to cover the front. So I decided to just charge them on in there. Getting any kind of charge bonus on your line infantry improves them massively. So I use my 4th Guards to kill the Royal Marines now, I think, or at least open fire on them. And I bring my Spear Levy across to try and save this beleaguered Black Tortoise Force unit, who actually managed to drive off the enemy. 4th Guards are opening fire, and the Royal Marines are so reduced already, I think they break quite soon. Yep, they're out of here, but my 4th Guard's being charged from the back by another Yariki, the pink ones this time. I charge my conscripts straight in there to try and counter. My Black Tortoise Force are still alive and kicking. My conscripts, despite being conscripts, have done a number on these cavalry and killed a large number of them. My Black Tortoise Force are finally being overwhelmed by endless cavalry charges, and I think they break quite soon. So my enemy has Armstrongs without any ammo left, his general, and a few very reduced Yariki units left. I have Armstrong gun crew, 7 of them. I've got 29 Imperial Guard infantry and 67 spear levy. It's going right down to the wire here. So I decide to essentially use my spear levy and my Imperial Guard infantry as a little kind of anti-cavalry unit, combining shooting with spears and so on. But they try and split my forces, sending the general one way, the other 2 units the other way. I charge my conscripts into the general, because I figure if I can get him, this battle will be over. Meanwhile, the 2 Yariki units come splashing in, but I think my conscripts are just too much with their bonus against cavalry. They start cutting people down, and I do believe the general's routing out of there, or he's dead.
Your victory is close, sir.
He must be routing. And there's the Armstrong gun crew, but they start running as soon as they see the general and the Yariki out of there. And there you have it. A very, very tight win. Very close. I wasn't too happy with my execution, really. I made some really stupid decisions. I forgot about a few units which were hidden, which I had noted earlier in the battle. But in the end, I pulled through, kept my composure, and was very happy with the win right at the end, at least. So I hope you enjoyed that battle. It was quite a contrast with yesterday's, and subscribe for more content. All right, see ya.